Yes, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz to the channel. We're going to take a look at this little tank today, the Krupp 38D, a Panzer IV turret on a 38T chassis. It's a tier 5 German medium premium tank, so let's see how it plays in World of Tanks Blitz. And we're going to hop into the first replay. You can see we are top tier. This is an old tier 5 game where we find ourselves on the classic map of mines. And this tank was in real life a concept project by Krupp. In 1944 they sent a batch of projects to the Inspector General of the Tank Force. And what they basically wanted to do is re-arm existing tank designs. The basic idea was to put the best weapon on a proven chassis and then knock off some of the armor, thus saving a bit of weight and thus getting mobility, making the vehicle maneuverable. That's often the trinity in regular tank design. You will want to get tanks that are maneuverable and you don't want them to weigh too much. So you will want to have them as thickly armored as possible, as thick a gun as possible, as big a gun as possible, but as little as armor as possible, and that's where armor angling comes in. Tanks like the Excelsior, as you can see, and to an extent the KV-1 as well, they rely on big, fat, thick plates of armor. And not so much this one, the Krupp 38. You can see that the hull is angled around, the front plate is angled. You can actually bounce on the front plate, which I just did against that Excelsior. And we're going to bounce another shot from the Excelsior. That was maybe on the turret, not quite sure. But we bounced a few shots left and right. And that means that this is a trollish armored vehicle. The armor on paper, it's not thick at all. Like, at all. I think it's 80 on melt front. We're going to show that later in the garage after this game. 30 on the size of the hull, 30 on the turret, I think. So that's not epic. But it relies on angling, and if you can keep it angled like this, if you point your gun over the drive wheel, then you can bounce shots. That's going to be no problems whatsoever, no questions asked. But if you get flanked, if the enemy has your side, and especially if you are a bottom tier tank, issue 100 wise, KV2s, etc. The Krupp 38 is just a little snack for those types of tanks. But then again, against same tier opponents, you will have no problems punching through them with your 7.5 centimeter gun, because the Panzer IV gun is a reliable one. It's an old faithful in World of Tanks Blitz. And in real life, one of the proposals was obviously to put a Panzer IV turret. I think it's a Panzer IV-D turret. Put a Panzer IV-D turret on the 38T chassis. It was deemed technically possible to mount a turret at the cost of reduction to the hull angle and the armor, but the weight would stress the road wheels immensely. So this was a paper Panzer, a paper design, and take a look at what is going to happen if I have a HE loader. I can't punch through the front of that guy. Really, I just can't. But if I have APCR loader, I can. That is a bit of a... The Excelsior, that's a really hard tank to punch through if you are in a tier 4 medium tank currently, unless you get to the side of the tank. We're gonna dunk this shot into the into the rocks, as you can see, and the enemy team isn't too happy with me, but we managed to put another shot into the lower plate. Here we go, of that SU-85, or you can wiggle whatever you want, but we're just gonna shoot you. He's getting tracked, and there we go, another shot in. Thank you. That's a nice one. Oh, 155 damage, and he rolls off the cliff, and he is a bit annoyed at me. Reporter Krupp. Yeah, baby. I was just sitting at the front farming damage. But this is your typical game which you will get in the Krupp 38D. It's a good tank. And it earns nice credits for a tier 5 tank. We're cutting a bit into the APCR rounds, as you can see. That cost me the most, to be honest. But all in all, it's not a bad tank. Let's have a look at the statistics quickly. You're looking at a frontal turret armor of 80 and 80 on the hull as well, which means that you can, as I've shown you, bounce the occasional shot. Size of the turret 30 and size of the hull 35, and that means that you can side scrape. If you're careful, you can side scrape with this tank. You will not be able to bounce the really big guns, but 35, that means that against the 75mm guns of of the tiers you will be facing, you will have auto bounce angles. So that's going to be just fine and dandy. Penetration 150, 166, 160, 140, 200 on your damage. That's about the norm for this tier. And it has 8 degrees of gun depression. At least that's what the statistics say. To me, it didn't really feel like 8 degrees. It has 20 degrees of gun elevation, which is good. But to me, it didn't really feel like 8 degrees. Could be just me. But it is a fun tank to play. We're going to have one more game where we're going to be bottom tier, as you can see. Luckily, and let's put it this way, this doesn't happen a lot. We're in a tier 6 matchup. And there's only one KV2. The only one. There are no SU-100Ys. There's only one KV2. We're not seeing any of those ARLs. Those are annoying. If you're in this tank against an ARL, just run away, guys. Just run away. Anyways, bottom tier, as you can see, we're going to the standard spotting bush on Mirage. You're going to swing the gun around and shoot this MT25. Right, there we go. Thank you very much. And then we're getting blocked by the VK, and we're going to bounce a shot. And I think this one ended up on the front of my turret. Not sure where it was. Can't see the hit mark, but we bounced a shot. 90 hit points. That was the T-34 bouncing in front of me. And this is going to be a bouncy game. It's going to be a really bouncy game. I can't find the shot on the MT25. And if you're going to take a look at the map here, take a look at spawn 1. Our spawn 1. That's the KV2. he's going to have a really nice game. Because he's circling around one of these dunes and getting flanked by the Excelsior. That's the Excelsior pushing in through the waterfalls area. And let's put it this way, if you're playing in a KV2, if you're isolated, then you just dead meat. The MT25 on our team takes out the T1 Heavy, and you can already see what's happening. The Reds are pushing on one flank. We have one red spawn, basically. We want to make pressure towards this Stuk 3, try and take him out if possible at all, but they are turning attention towards me, and I don't like that. Because I'm waiting for my 2 light tanks then to charge in, so that they can hopefully put some rounds into the back of the Tiger 1. Here we go, here we go. We're going to shoot the Tiger 1 once. There we go, pop adrenaline. And then shoot the Stuk. We're going to try and track him in place, which is going to work just fine. Yeah, bijna klaar, bijna klaar. Yes, one shot into him, one shot into the back of the Stuk. Thank you. We're going to clear him. Lovely stuff. But we are running low on teammates. You can see we're running low on teammates. They have swarmed and cleared the KV2. It's just me and the Sentinel versus this Tiger 131. We can shoot him in the back, no problem there. And then the Sentinel's gonna finish off, I think. We're gonna wait just a little bit for that. Yes, there we go, thank you. And it's now 2 versus 4. Luckily, I've been able to keep all my hit points. But I'm running out of teammates, and one of my teammates is low on health. And this is a shot that this bounces on the front of this T-34's gun mantle, maybe on the top of the gun mantle, which is a bit annoying. We're going to shoot the Sentinel. There we go with a drag shot, 155 damage dealt. And now we just have to try and farm as much damage as possible. Because we're gonna lose this game, guys. This is a 2 versus 4 against an MT25, against a near full health Excelsior. Put one shot into him, bounce a shot from the Sentinel, bouncing a shot from T-34. We're going to shoot the T-34 once more and set him on fire for some more damage. Yes, baby, how do you like the barbecue? And we just want to clear him now, because he is a one-shot. There we go. Yes, thank you very much. Bounce another shot from the Sentinel. And then we'll set on fire ourselves. And that's all she wrote. There's nothing good to happen anymore. We can't punch through the front of this Excelsior, as you can see. See that? That's a really well armored target. That's a really well armored tank at tier 5. But yeah, 1848 damage in a tier 5 tank is nothing to be ashamed of, I think. So if you like these kind of reviews, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching. The Krupp 38D is currently available in the store. Quite a nice tier 5 tank. So up for grabs. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all tomorrow again. Cheers, happy tanking, and bye bye.